There is a leave room in the bottom right hand of your screen that's in blue.
Oh, okay.
Don't hit it.
Okay.
So long as you don't hit that, you should be good.
No touchy.
Nope. Leave my hands like this for the duration of the call.
You just join and you're sitting there like this.
Yeah.
I swear
At
it's
the
not
table.
a stick up.
I'm not being held at gunpoint to stay at this tavern.
Bane sitting behind you with a gun.
Turns out Iris mutinied like on the way there, and she's the captain now.
Oh no,
She's like, you sit there and listen to this song, bitch.
Nah, she just for the record, between getting to the Athvreith landing and the tavern, she would have straight up been like, look, I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not. It's a lot, and I don't know how to handle it.
Were you? So... No, we knew Sebastian was caught as well. So
yeah.
Yeah, everyone was in the know aside from her.
It was Cord and Bane before.
Well, we knew he was going off to do the thing. I don't think we didn't have confirmation that
Yeah, we didn't.
He was taken captive until Mithos told us, or did you tell us he was taken captive?
I told you guys that he was. I told you that Sparrow had him, I believe.
Yeah, we found out via them. They finally came clean with it, and then she was contacted. She was contacted later by him, right?
We all found out at the same time because the minute that Bane told Iris started making a bunch of fucking sendings trying to figure out what was going on, what happened to him since he hadn't come back.
Well, we were all there on deck too, I think.
Yeah, you all were surrounding her in a pincer maneuver because Bane
to be fair,
I
was
honestly
support.
Worried you were gonna attack.
To be fair.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna banish you if you got angry. Just give you a quick minute to cool off.
Yeah, I was just there for support in case you needed to take a stab for Bane.
Yeah.
Not that you would.
Nah,
I figured
she wasn't going to, but she was pretty fucking upset. So literally, she'll have approached you all and been like, reconciling with this is very difficult for me. I don't usually have people that I love in my life, and the fact that I have so many of them, and suddenly my literal husband keeps a fucking secret from me of all people, and fucking leaves, and then no one tells me what's going on. It keeps it this big thing and he turns out to be captured. I'm real fucking upset about that, alright? Just for the record, I still love you guys, but I'm pissed off. But I've been doing some thinking while I've been in my room, and I just want to talk to my dad. I just need to confirm something. And if I've confirmed what I've confirmed by the time I'm done talking to my dad, and she'll look pointedly at Sigib, then I will be absolutely on board with killing some bards, except for one. Just one. He's an innocent, and I can confirm it. He was dragged in under similar circumstances as me. That one particular whisper, does not deserve it. But all the other ones I will absolutely massacre with all of you once I talk to my dad and confirm what needs to be confirmed.
So long as they don't get in the way.
I can make sure that they don't.
Good.
I've my loyalty is with you, despite.
You're smarter than the others.
You're my friends. I've traveled with you. I know your guys' hearts, so I don't want to get into detail. And she starts to get a little choked up. She's not very good at hiding it. Sparrow in particular, I don't like thinking about it, but he's the reason I can't sleep in the dark. Time is fucky to me because of him. There's a lot that he did to me, and I'm okay with him dying. And at first, I wasn't okay with everyone else going down the ship with him, but thinking about it, I'm starting to see your guys' side.
Well, you know what?
I just want to talk to my dad.
You know what helps me blow off steam when I'm feeling sad?
What?
Killing bards.
I was gonna say, absolutely incinerating a man, perhaps.
Well,
look, leaving all of them floating in the bay there in Umber, that was the best I felt all year.
Yeah.
Of course, the only thing that would make you feel better after being sad, Gunny, is feckin' manslaughter.
I can't. I'll be honest. I can't hear feckin' without thinking of like the Banshees of Inisherin I've watched that recently, and that's all I keep thinking of when you're saying feckin'. I don't have a feckin' problem. No, it's great. I love it. I love it. It's making me think of it. But yeah. I feel like Aregion would definitely put a hand on her shoulder for that. It's like, you know, they've got a brother of ours and part of the crew, so that's reason enough for me.
Yeah. I thank you for not prying. I appreciate that. That's a hard part of my life to talk about. That's time with Sparrow. He's a right bastard, and he absolutely deserves to die. And if I get the chance, I would like to rip out his feckin' vocal cords and make a noose out of them and hang him from his feckin' office roof.
Well, for all we know, I mean, I don't think he mentioned that he had anyone going with him, so he might have been the only... Do you think the chamber would have sent just him, or do you think there would have been anyone with him?
I absolutely think that would send just him, because they don't have a whole lot of people that are blessed by Dia like he is. So, knowing them, they probably sent him in on his own because they think that he's the biggest dick around, which, to be fair, but they think that just because he has more power from Dia than others, that he can handle more alone, and their numbers are already thin. The Whispers do heavy blows to the Hallowed Chamber. I wouldn't put that past them. Also, the Tieflings hate his feckin' guts, so if there's a chance for him dying, I wouldn't put it past them. They're jealous fucks.
Well, if we get rid of the Whisper problem, then I guess the chamber will owe us one.
Well, I actually had a thought about that. Those... never gonna like them. But, they owe us help. Going in, sending him by himself, not sending any backup, and then us coming in and cleaning his mess. No. I am walking straight up to that feckin' church, and I am demanding some feckin' backup. I don't care if it's cannon fodder or what, but they're giving us someone. I don't care who. Someone.
I do have a history with Tieflings, so if you do want me to talk to them at all, but I mean, one way or another, yeah, we're leaving with some help, I think.
I would appreciate that.
Worst case scenario, we can use them for a distraction.
Absolutely, exactly. The Alabaster ones are the most asshole-ish, so if those ones kind of get thinned out a little bit, I would not be upset. And that's exactly how you feel about the Whisper, so maybe we can empathize a little bit on this one, Gunny, just a little.
I mean, just the chamber hasn't crossed us yet, but I mean,
they've crossed me. So
my list is not mutually exclusive.
Just to be clear, what separates the Alabaster Tieflings from the Tieflings?
They're the most common in the Hallowed Chamber. Apparently, they're most commonly blessed by Dia or something. I don't fucking know why, but
they're the pale ones. As
to be
well,
fair, I was asking out of character because I assume Aregion would know, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like the pale like whitish ones. Wasn't Vincent like blue? Like
yeah, he was like a blue one. So he's not quite.
Tieflings are the ones that have kind of like the little horns, almost kind of like these weird like little devil, satyr, or fawn type things.
I forgot Vincent was a tiefling. So safe to say, not the resistance like tieflings like in the rebellions, like
so
his homeland.
Another question: do you think Sebastian would come with us to Terra? I mean, how?
Absolutely.
I mean, after dealing with all of this shit, do you think he's going to want to stay with the chamber?
Especially if they just leave him to die like that.
Because we have work to do in Terra, and if we're going to Auckland of all places, it might be nice to have him as help.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think that he'll stay with the chamber. This is not the first time they've done shite like this to him, and it won't be the last. But we are two peas in the pods. The only thing that kept me out of the Whispers is my vacation and friends, finally. But for him, he's...
Yeah, don't cut your chickens before they hatch.
Pardon me, Gunny. She gives you like a little punch on the shoulder, like fuck you. Yeah, they'll do it to him again, but he's a loyal man, and he thinks that the Hallowed Chamber is worth the cause, so he'll probably stay with them. But if he tells them of the situation in Auckland, I'm sure they'll give him leave to go.
Yeah, well, they helped us, they help with, one servant of Genesis. Maybe they'll help us deal with some more.
That was just Sebastian.
I was gonna say
true.
more he than they. Yeah.
I mean, we did. I mean, then again, the two that got vaporized in the chamber. I guess they didn't really expect us to be there. But
there were 3 of them, and that.
Oh, there were 3.
That was, yes, one of them vaporized before you guys looked over. That was a good day for me. That was a good day. Bad day, but good day. I don't like them. I hate.
No, I get it. No, I get it.
Like Coriolis's coin purse, the fuckers need to die.
So like, out of character, like what are we thinking is like leading up to like this performance at the tavern? Like, are we just like stopping in, getting our bearings, waiting for?
I think we're waiting for Green Eye. Like, this is a meeting we had planned.
Okay. Is this where we're gonna do the thing?
Yeah, like we were going to meet him like before he set off to Solaris. So like this is the planned like convening.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Because it was a few weeks out at the time or something.
Yeah.
So what's it like? Any more plans on like the birthday stuff or?
I liked your guys' idea with the with
give him Lionheart's pipe.
I do think I'm gonna do that. I made the little like gem into an earring, so I don't need the pipe necessarily. It's more sentimental than anything. But Iris still wants to get him something like personal, you know. So like, here's a memento from Uncle Lionheart, happy birthday from him, and then get him something, and then she's like, literally as we land in port, she's gonna be like, oh fuck, oh good, at least it's good that we landed before we got on before he left. If you guys want to suck up to my dad a little bit, he's never told me his actual birthday, but this is about the time I usually celebrate it with him, because I told him I wouldn't not celebrate it. So if you guys want to get him a little trinket or something while we're on the way into the tavern, while we're waiting, I'll make sure to deliver it to the Jade Dragon.
I mean, I figure that Lionheart had to have had like a picture of the 2 of them in the cabin, right? I feel like that had to have been a
probably.
thing. Yeah,
that's a pretty reasonable thing.
I feel like I'd get something like that for him.
I don't think photographs exist in this world. Yes, I guess maybe they could have a painting.
Like
painting.
Yeah, they
painting.
could.
I guess. Yeah. When I say picture, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, aside from scaring the piss out of Captain Aregion here, what does your father like to do?
Pillage, maim, destroy, scare the shit out of his enemies. He likes jokes. He actually really likes to mess with people. That's why I let that whole thing with Aregion go for so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he messed with me, all right. Yeah.
Well,
I still check every morning to make sure my manhood's intact. Anyways.
I don't know. He really likes he likes gems. So you know, if you want to go the cheap route, he really likes whiskey.
Who doesn't?
And
Who does?
so if you get him a good whiskey, that he'd like that. And
Do we still have those fireworks?
Oh, those would be fun. He'd probably like throw them at his enemies to throw them off. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Shoot some off at me. Can't wait.
I don't think he ever ended up using them, Bane.
They're all in Claude's backpack.
Oh,
You should probably put those in the powder room.
probably a good idea.
Probably don't want to be carrying half a backpack full of explosives on you.
Yeah. Leave
I
that
can't
by
think
the
of how that would ever
fireplace
go
at the
wrong.
tavern. Will be easy to find. It'll be the building that's on fire.
I think maybe a new bandana might be good for him too.
Maybe we can.
That's that old ratty one.
Oh yeah. Real quick, you never did answer that. He doesn't wear a hat either, right? Greener?
Not that I'm aware of. He wears a bandana, but he doesn't wear a
Yeah,
hat. But I
okay.
mean, if he got a hat as a gift, he might wear it.
Well, I knew it was an older. I knew it was like them back in like the glory day, or not. Not saying they've lost a step, but the younger years.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The founding father years.
So, if it came up, she'd be like, well, I mean, he might wear one. I don't know. I've never seen him wear one personally, but I don't think he's ever had one that he really likes. He gets one as a gift, maybe he will. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Also, do you think we're going to be good on the angles? Because I'm just going to kind of go for my usual, like, over here.
I think so.
I assume we'll have the nameplates. I just, wanted to be aware of it.
He hasn't asked me to make any new nameplates for this particular game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's going to use the old ones or if he's going to ask me to like make new ones.
Bruce, it's okay. Bruce, it's okay. She might still make nameplates. It's okay.
He's like, oh,
Can you imagine if you came in and all they saw was you get pulled off the stage?
Get one of those like big cane things, just
Yep.
So he can help me around the
you can just freaking Looney Tunes you off the side of the screen.
Quick, Johnny, play me off.
Quick, Bruce, play off now. God.
This freaking shirt, man, sometimes.
I didn't expect this to be so bright, but it's supposed to be a tavern.
Oh, okay. It always just looks like a fire to me in the background.
There is a fire usually. I made it a tavern this time in particular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. you're like, whatever, dude. I just figure I'm gonna play some 5-finger fillet with chips. I feel like he's the one to go for with that. I feel like I'm taking his money or he's taking mine, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, they use Electrum over in Mythos. What's the conversion rate? Like, well, I think canonically in D&D, like, Electrum is supposed to be between silver and gold, but, like,
yeah,
I think he just treated it as gold in the Mythos.
What's it called?
Electrum.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
It's not something people usually use because it's kind of a dumb currency.
Yeah, I mean, it's an alloy of gold and silver. Like, that's literally what it is. Like, if you were to, like... if you were to Google Electrum now, you'd probably find, like, cryptocurrency bullshit, but, like... historically, like, Electrum, the metal, was, like, an alloy of gold and silver. I think he just chose it because it sounded kind of cool and, like, techno and fit the Mythos world, which, I mean, hey, it makes sense.
Fucking Ford's just staring off into the distance this whole time.
Well, I've been working on my lore.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And I'll just say this. I'm not going to be the only one without a god.
I mean, you guys will probably learn a shitload about mine and Aregion's backstories if we're going back to Cordova.
Yeah.
Especially since one of the two places I can teleport us to is the castle. So I'm gonna be calling in a favor with the court wizard.
There's gonna be an interesting dick swinging contest between you and the king, I'm sure.
They won't still be looking for me after 100 years, right? Surely not.
Probably not. I mean, if they don't know your name, like, I guess, like, that's something none of us exactly know. Like, if anyone knew, like, I might know a little bit, but, like, probably wouldn't know better than to ask. But, like, I assume that's a conversation that our characters would have to have before we go. Like, hey, like, what kind of ghosts are waiting for you? Like,
is there a bounty on this guy?
because, like, we're probably going to be dredging up the past whether we like it or not. I definitely am.
Oh, yeah.
To get us there, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if Sebastian is willing to go with us, he could always teleport himself back. It's the way
Really needed to, yeah.
the way mine works is the way my mother used to do it, and I think I can do it as well. There's certain, like, there's sigil, like, runes carved basically, and if you know the sequence and the location, you can teleport to the gateway.
Ooh, smart.
And I know the one from my home and the one in Cordova.
Ooh.
And I have no idea what condition my home is going to be in. We could just be teleporting into the middle of a, freaking battalion. Like, if they probably garrisoned the thing, especially if there's been a war brewing. They're gonna have fortified the border with Armesia incredibly I guess as strong as they could. So, going to my home is probably not a smart idea.
After we get all the business done with Sebastian, I'll be more than happy to message this court magician for you so he knows we're coming.
Do you know him? I don't know.
No,
Can you reach out to him if you don't know him?
Yes, I can still try because if you give me a description of him, I should be able to work my way off of that. It's not as for sure that I'll be able to reach out to him, but it's still better than nothing. If you have something of his, or a picture of him, or you can draw me something, then that would probably help me a little bit more too.
I mean, I don't have anything that belongs to him, or I was never much of a sketch artist.
Well, at the very least, if you're able to describe him to me in pretty good detail, then I should be able to reach out to him.
I mean, he's probably the strongest wizard definitely the strongest in Cordova, possibly on the continent. Old, angry, annoyed at everything. I mean, Tommy doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure I didn't imagine this one.
What's the name?
His name? It's Áedgen.
Áedgen.
And you might have heard that name before, having been on Terra like a long time ago, because like Áedgen is incredibly old because he's a strong wizard. Like, nobody actually knows exactly how old he is. Like, I don't even know.
Is Áedgen essentially like the Merlin of Cordova?
I guess.
Okay. As I said.
Didn't he walk on the moon?
But yes, powerful wizard. If you meet him, it seems like he's pissed off and angry at everyone and just annoyed to like have us in his presence. It's because he is. But
at least I know what it's like going in.
That's basically everything for him. There were some that he tolerated more than others, and my mother being a fellow magic user, and then me were two that he would put up with. And I guess the king and everyone else, obviously, because that's just, who he works for.
Do you remember what he looked like at all? Like a
I will have to get back to you on that, because I just can't remember.
Right, absolutely fair. It's been a real long.
It's probably like episode 5 of the main campaign. Like, I'd have to check.
You look like a man.
You take your time. I'll be preoccupied with trying to figure out what to do.
I mean, worst case scenario, we just pop in and we scare the hell out of him. I mean, what could go wrong? Just let me do the talking.
Probably murder us in like 3 seconds.
If he realizes it's me, we might get 15 to explain ourselves.
How gracious.
Pop in and he's like 5, 4.
A whole 15. That's a record for us, Sigib. Anyways.
What about you, Aregion? Are you excited to go back to the mainland?
I mean, there's nothing really for me there anymore, except maybe hopefully not an outstanding warrant that's still standing after like 100 years. I would think not, but then again, they know elves live longer.
Statutes of limitations only last like 100 or so, maybe a little bit shorter.
Say that again?
Statutes of limitations lasts about 100 years or so. So I think you got scot-free on this one.
Turn in Aregion.
Well, Athvreith isn't his father, so he doesn't really harbor any animosity towards the elves. And there's still a few kicking around Arbora. It seems you hear reports and stories every once in a while. I mean, it seems unlikely that all of them would have fled and all of them would have died, so there's still a few that have been hanging around in Arbora. Cordova claims dominion over Arbora, even if it's a pretty loose grasp for all intents and purposes, but they mostly leave it alone.
Did you say there are some left in Midor, or are you saying they fled or died?
There are still some left around Arbora, like the greater, just the entire forest region. If there are any in Midor themselves, I don't know. Probably not. They probably went into hiding in the forest itself. But every once in a while, you just hear reports, you hear stories. Someone encountering an elf, someone getting lost in the woods and seeing things. Almost too many and too similar to be a coincidence, but I mean, definitely not frequent enough to... I mean, it's not like they have, a shining city built on a hill where they all, hold hands and
Sing Kumbaya.
yeah, and sing, praises to Leifson, out in the open to everybody. But there definitely still have to be some.
We'll find them. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to go through, see the old family home, I guess, still standing.
Well, I mean, assuming it's placed to go back, it's safe to go back to my home.
Safe to go back.
That'll
And mine surely would.
Our boar will be between my home and Auckland, so it'd take us straight through the forest. Be a little bit slower than the taking the northern route, because I guess we could take a decent bit of the river, cross through the plains, go through Andorra. The Margrave's dead, so
Over the river and through the woods?
I suppose
Marcus, how's we go?
we might not have to go through the hills. We could bypass Medania if we wanted to, but
Oh, that's good because those hills have eyes.
Auckland is basically on. I mean, it's in Adelas's territory, but they call it the City of the Dead for a reason. Nobody goes there, so for all intents and purposes, it is a lawless little enclave.
Well, except for that one dude that we're looking for.
Apparently,
What
But,
did he say his name was? Your Keyshawn. What did he say?
Oh
man's
man,
name is?
didn't he just say didn't he just say the last living man there? Did he even give us a name?
in the dead. What was it? The Dead City.
Yeah, in Auckland.
Do you remember, Bane?
There wasn't a name. Just the last man living in the city of the undead.
Is that what it was? Okay. And I wasn't sure, to be honest.
What should we expect from the City of the Dead, aside from probably a bunch of zombies?
Lord knows. I mean, you hear stories, but nobody ever goes there. Everyone seems to just give it a wide berth. The stories go that anyone who goes there never makes it back, but if that's the case, where do the stories come from?
Right. There's got to be someone to tell it.
But there's nothing worth doing there. At least not worth the risk, so nobody ever really goes. It's a lot of it's just
You're
hearsay.
dying.
Oh,
You're into that. Yeah.
Specifically, we have to seek out the man in Auckland and tell him what transpired at the island.
That coat to what was that?
Oh,
Mhm.
so that he can go over there and fix it or something.
Maybe.
Now,
Speaking of cursed artifacts, we ought to try to destroy that book before we leave again, if we get Sebastian back.
yeah, we're still holding on to that, aren't we?
I mean, it should still be locked in the it should still be locked in the vault, but
It's
if somebody remembers to bring their
that's
their fancy little, what is that, a sitar, whatever the hell that thing was?
Cittern. Yeah.
Cittern. If somebody remembers to bring their magical cittern, he might have an easier time of it this time.
Well, I'd still have to go down, but I could fly back up. Well, I mean, I guess I could fly down too, but he sealed it. Sebastian sealed it behind him.
Yeah, they could just teleport down there. That's how they.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't.
But-
Well,
but
okay.
If we get Sebastian back, he should be able to do it.
isn't it
What's-
airlocked?
I think it was that he put it down there, but there's just so much shit down there. What are they gonna notice? Like one thing, you know?
Well, here's the thing. Once I put it in there and I came back out, Sebastian magically sealed it. So people shouldn't be able to teleport in there, and we'd probably need him to dispel whatever the heck he did before we can get in, unless you want to break into the seal of the hallowed chamber. And, that actually sounds kind of fun considering everything that's happened. But, break in there and do it ourselves.
It's not the worst place we've broken into.
True.
I mean,
Well, probably
maybe
between you two.
Yeah.
we could point them in his direction where we think.
I don't want other.
We could break in while they're gone.
Oh,
I just don't want a repeat of Armesia for breaking in.
what about you, Ben? You think it's a good idea to break into the Altar the Hallowed Chamber and go steal an artifact of Genesis?
Yes and no.
I think it'd be easier if we didn't have to.
Destroy it, yes. If we don't have a way to destroy it yet, fuck no, leave it there until we find something.
I guess we'll have to get Sebastian out first before we can
absolutely.
Before we can surmise anything else.
If Sparrow's doing to him what he did to me, I want him out immediately. He does not deserve to go through that.
Well, if they really wanted him dead, they would have just killed him on the spot.
They don't have to kill him. They can break him.
So you think they're keeping him for information? Are they going to try to ransom him back to the chamber? Because, I mean...
Exactly.
Last time we saw the Whispers, we left half of them floating in the bay. They've probably all, like, either washed up or been eaten by sharks by now. But... They're weak at the moment.
Weak, but strong enough to still take down Sebastian.
I mean, yes, but do you think they try to ransom him for some kind of leverage?
Yes. The Hallowed Chamber, he's worth too much to the Hallowed Chamber.
Well, that's good then.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna get out of it unscathed.
True.
Right.
It buys him time at least.
It buys him time, but at what cost? It took me years to go over what they did to me, and I'm still not over it. Sorry. Yeah. I just want him out as soon as possible. I can't bear the thought of him. Yeah.
Well, the Whispers didn't stop us last time. I don't believe in half measures, so...
Yeah.
What'd you say, Captain?
I just said I'm there with you, Iris.
Yeah.
I don't want to think of them doing that to our Sebastian.
We had more important things to deal with when we left Umbra, but I suppose it's time to finish the job. No half measures.
Well, again, there's only one. And I'll make sure he's out of the way or helping us. One of the two. Maybe get.
And you are sure that they're...
Absolutely. I trained him myself. I know his circumstances and I know what he's like. And I kept in contact with him while I was on the ship. He's like a little brother to me.
And you don't think they would use that against you?
I think...
You don't think it's possible they've gotten to him?
I think that with him having an idea of how backstabby the Whispers are, that he would want to get away as soon as possible. He was plotting his get out before I left to be on the Courage.
This is who again?
His name's Jari. He's the only Whisper that if after I talk to my dad and confirm what needs to be confirmed, he's the only one that I'd want to save from the massacre.
And you'd know him if you saw him, though. So.
What?
Okay, just you'd know him if you saw him.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just to make sure we don't kill him in the process.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's still an acolyte. He hasn't earned his codename yet. But I gave him a little trinket that he usually wears on his cloak. So I know who he is. Not only that, he's a lot better at blending into things than I am. So he can kind of pop out and surprise you, but it also means that he's really good at staying out of all the bullshit. Where'd the puffs go? What the hell?
Immediately stopped. I immediately stopped. As soon as I heard the bag crinkle and went over, just immediately no crying.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, okay, I've got my puffs now. I'm golden. I'm good to go.
Me too.
These puffs are actually really good. Apparently, they're called
You got puffs?
They're puffs. Yeah, they're like Cheetos.
Oh, Sarge.
Oh no, I don't. But it's an absolute vibe. I stop crying when I'm given food as well.
I mean, fair enough.
They're called paleo puffs, which I thought would be disgusting, but are actually kind of good.
Oh yeah.
They're like less flavorful Cheetos.
I mean, could be worse.
They're worse. Paleo puffs. What do you?
Could be worse. Yeah, healthier for you at least.
Styrofoam.
Yeah. Flavored styrofoam, yes.
Well, so long as your Whisper friend stays out of the way, or if he wants to help, that's fine too.
If I do it, I can get him to help. Maybe I could have him before we get there. Tell us where Sebastian's being kept. If he's being kept where I think he is, then we're going to speed things up. I hope you don't mind.
And have you planned for the possibility that if he's not helpful, if they have gotten to him, or if he does stand in the way? Because if for a moment, if he stands in the way, don't expect us to hesitate and jeopardize the crew.
I know.
Or any of the rest of us.
I know.
Right.
I know it can be hard to believe, especially with how I reacted before, but I'm all in with you. So I understand what needs to be done, if it needs to be done. I would just prefer it to not be done if it doesn't have to be. If he can be helpful,
Well,
or
no.
he can get out of the way, I want to do that. But if he fucks it up, not again. I'm not going through that again. I'm not giving someone credit when they don't deserve it anymore. So if he fucks up the goodwill, then it's gone. And he dies with all the others.
That was Jari, she said?
I think so.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna find out if there's any, like, distinct look to him. Like, I get the sense of, like, the Whispers, that they all...
Well, they're all masked except like the higher
Yeah,
ups.
exactly. But, like, are they allowed to do anything, like, unique with their mask? And they do, or does that have to stay uniform? Like, you're just one of many?
They're not Mandalorians.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say they were, but yeah, are you sure? Are you sure they don't all meet in a room and go, "This is the way"?
I return.
Do you know if Whispers have any, like, distinct, like, marking? Like, are they all just, like, hooded / masked, or, like, what?
Okay,
Like, will we be able to tell this Jari apart?
So out of character, she did say that he has a little, like, token that he wears on his cloak.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Token of...
Just like a little emerald. Nothing too fancy.
Okay.
Um,
That will be enough.
just I do need to make it known that the reason that I'm mostly okay with this at this point is because usually Whispers aren't like this. I was part of a different branch before I came to Umbra, and they were not like this at all.
Are you telling me I gotta kill more of them?
I'm telling you that the Whispers are primarily an information network that sometimes does the killy bits. They're not usually backstabby or out to get you for the most part. They're just kind of cloaks and daggers, you know? They stay out of the way, they gather information, they keep to themselves. That's the way it was when I was in the Ghosty. But I moved to Umbra because shit, and I got picked up by the Umbra branch, and things were a little bit funky when I got there. And then they picked up the contract with the broker, and shite went downhill since there. So they've been corrupted to me. They need to go down, at least. If I need to talk to my dad. But I'm almost there with you, Gunny. Almost. And plus, the council wouldn't let it go much longer, hopefully, assuming they know what's going on. So, you know, bureaucracy.
Do you know if there are any? Are there any of them in Terra?
Not that I know of. Like, there could be. I think so. I don't remember having trouble getting information when I was in Terra before, so possibly. It's been a while since I've been there. I can ask Jari. He might have some updated information.
Well, I mean, I haven't been there in 12 years. Aregion hasn't been there in 100, so there's probably a lot that's changed. So it'll be good in case things go sideways. It'd be good to have people that we can learn what we need to learn from.
That's true. I'll make sure to figure it out so that we can have some backup once we get to Terra if we need to.
Hopefully I'll have some contacts in Medora. They haven't been run off or fucking killed, so.
I mean, were they human?
Worse.
Nope.
Worst comes to worst, we've got one of the best sets of ears we could possibly get on the ship, and I'll point at both Bane and Cord.
What?
I should say.
Somebody say something?
Are you making a joke about my big ears?
No, I'm trying to.
That's what I thought when it came to ears. I took it as that too, to be honest with the ears.
I know I've been a salty dog the past couple days, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna insult you. Jeez.
Yeah, she's just saying you guys have really good passive perception.
Yeah, just gonna cover his ears for a second.
Oh, I think your guys' ears are cute. Mine are just a little pointy, so it's just a little awkward. You know what I mean? Your guys' are like elegant. I wish mine were.
Oh yeah, you do have a bit of a point, Cheese.
Just a little bit. Not enough to be like super noticeable.
Yeah.
Most people think I'm human.
I mean, it could be a long shot with back at my village, but I mean, there's still Sigib with what we could find.
You know the
in and around the castle. So. Go ahead.
You know the land better than we do.
Yeah.
Oh, especially the journey there. If you spent most of your time in Medora, I didn't spend a whole lot of time west of Arbora. Mostly in the south and along the east side of Cordova.
Well, my brother and I would go hunting every now and then out west. Every now and then.
Bane?
Sorry, Ben.
I could possibly get my hands on my old clan's sea voyages. They might help keep us away from, shipwrecking.
That could be
Well, I mean, if we go straight there, well, no, the courage would probably need to follow us. So, if you had some contacts that were willing to join that knew the route, because when was the last time we went to when was the last time we went to Terra, and who on the crew was still with us? I mean, Horatio was there when we went to Armesia, so I mean he ought to be able to make the voyage, and we've got the charts still.
Yeah, Horatio was there.
I mean, it's not hard. You go straight from straight north from Coriol, the island, not the port. I mean, I guess the port too. But I mean, you just go straight north from the island, and you'll hit the coast of Armesia. It's
I was in Armesia, not.
Thankfully, if you can keep your heading straight and you can read the stars, you can make it pretty easily. So
Didn't get to see much of Armesia, so I'm not real good on Terra. So I leave myself at your capable hands, Captain.
I mean, we saw the
we saw inside and out of Armesia.
I mean, the main city, not really much of the country as a whole, but
yeah.
I mean, then again, we did spend a good amount of time in the capital trying not to die, so we could have taken in more sites while we were there, but I suppose you make the best of the situation.
Too busy not trying to take a sword. Don't take that out of context.
Like they were. Seems like you guys were on the backside of a rooster.
Or a chicken. I forget which.
I thought Athelstan said it was a rooster.
I think it was.
Damn it. He's not here to do the impression. I miss it. I was going to say, which one was it, boy? He's not here to do it. We'll have to settle for Scooter.
It's okay. This whole conversation is going to be a fun surprise for him.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I thought we'd kind of like go leading up to the tavern, but
yeah.
I feel like this is just kind of like.
I mean, this is just us probably like just sitting there drinking.
Like yeah. And then Iris.
Speaking
of.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Speaking of Iris going off to Green Eye, Bane probably would have just gone on a stealing spree and like gotten a sack of just jewelry and random trinkets and stuff. Literally like, singular earrings and stuff like that. Maybe like half a necklace because the other half got caught as she was taking it away or something. Like literally just a sack of just stolen shit. And she's like, yeah, that's a great present.
Trinket here, trinket there. I got the painting of him and Lionheart, and then you just got your fucking like sack of loot up to the ceiling.
I mean, we're pretty sure the serpent's dead. I mean, if you want to steal, but I mean, you don't have to.
I'm not gonna pay.
Yeah, why would you buy gems?
Okay, just to like reiterate, like I know that he didn't like exist because he, from my understanding, was like a manifestation of like the Genesis energy, like the piece there, right? Like there was a bit of
he was some kind of weird like aberration, like
yeah.
But all that was bullshit with the serpent and all that, then, right?
We don't know.
From
And
what
we
he
don't
said,
know
yeah.
if-
I mean,
and we don't know if they actually forgot us. And
we can put our. I mean, we can put our ears to the ground and see what we can
Yeah.
learn here on Athvreith's Landing. Because if
somebody
words
Someone talks about ears one more time.
because I mean if
Are you
words
saying it shouldn't be hard to get these ears to the ground? What are you trying to?
I think of all the years gone by.
God damn. All right. Well.
but if
What are you saying then?
if words left Port Coriol, like, or if it's left, Coriol Island, Athvreith's Landing is the first place it's gonna land. So we'll see if there's word circulating that the serpent's dead. I mean, she sounded pretty dead when you tried speaking to her, didn't she?
Oh, absolutely. She sounded like 2 breaths away from death. She was saying, "Oh well, we can't have the deal after all," and then died.
Yeah.
So, I'm more I mean,
Like the
obviously,
like a hard drop, like you lost the connection. Like you're pretty sure she's dead. Like
I am as certain as I can be that she is dead. Yes. Especially since she has not responded to any of my messages. Either A, she's dead, or B, she's ignoring me. But
it's okay, Cord. There will be other serpent women that you can.
You'll always have the makeshift figure, my friend.
always other UNT.
I've learned that there are other tabaxi.
Oh, you'll find the tabaxi of your dreams. I'm sure.
If they're not my sister.
Oh, there.
Weren't you an only child?
Oh, look at the time.
That's
You're
what
an only child.
Well, what I was told was I was the survivor of a litter of 9.
Oh.
But that might not actually be true.
That makes you an only child, right?
Yeah. So that's a version. That's some fucked up version of an only child, right?
Only child.
I mean, hey, I'm an only child. My family's dead.
Only child via Darwinism.
Yeah. I mean, I was an only child.
Holy
I was an only child before they died. So
Only the
I'm
brother.
an only child.
Yeah. It turns out I might. Well, you'll have to wait and see. But I may have some royal blood.
Ooh.
There's tabaxi royalty.
Looking on the gods, tabaxis are really more based upon South American and Middle America tribes. As
Oh, like Mesoamerican. Like, okay.
Hell yeah.
yeah, and
What
they're
he's trying to say is he's the princess's cousin. Your Cordovan princess. He's her cousin.
I doubt that because I'm Athvreith was an only child, so
well,
Pretty sure there weren't any fairies in the family.
From the lore research I did, my god, which they called the Cat Lord, had
a very unimaginative group, huh?
4 children, each one falling under lawful good, lawful neutral, chaotic evil, chaotic neutral. And they all went to. There was a split down the middle, and the lore, the head deity, which I've given a name to. I kind of don't want to spoil this, but it's you guys, so.
Remember, this might be showed on Patreon.
I mean, Rico can always edit stuff out, but
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, I'll just say this. Maybe something happened when Lionheart lifted the curse, and maybe something was finished when the phylactery was destroyed.
Oh, did you also take a warlock level or something? Like,
No, but there may be some knowledge hidden away that has been kept from myself for certain reasons.
Fair enough.
I go in to grab a tissue really quickly.
I'm just so choked up by all of this.
Yeah. Can you get one for me too? Just kidding. I got him right here.
Tissue, I don't even know you.
Oh, that's how you're gonna say it. That's what you're gonna say to your captain. Okay, no. How dare you?
Just as a note, going through the town, Iris is gonna be like, I need to make some money so I can buy my dad's present. So,
You're buying it? You can't steal it?
Well, I want to get him. Well,
Bane, we aren't all degenerates like you.
I was gonna say, would you care
just most of us, okay?
Would you care to? Would you? I'm a distinguished degenerate. How dare you, sir?
Look, I said most.
I'm Captain Degenerate. Perhaps you could just take some off the top of Bane's pile and just sell it back.
Oh no, I've got plenty actually. Coriolis has been real good to me, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Oh shit, that's right. You ended up getting like that 500 gold too, didn't you? From your mom.
Right. So
yeah.
I think most of that was used.
From my mom.
Was it used? Okay.
That reminds is she going to be safe in Umbra after we decide to like finish massacring these whispers? Like,
Ma will be safer in Umbra without the whispers there than she was with them there.
And you don't think the other, like, I don't know, chapters of the organization, whatever they call themselves, like, are gonna be like angry or seek retribution?
No. I don't think that it's gonna be that. No. It's hard to explain, but having previous experience with how they actually operate versus how the Umbra branch operates, I doubt it. Ma didn't have a problem with it until we went to Umbra, so.
Are they
I would just hate for us to get Sebastian out and then just leave more potential leverage for them to use.
My ma's already leverage. The fact that they haven't done anything to her indicates that she hasn't gotten caught. And when she talked to me, she told me she'd been staying out of sight. Mama, despite her proclivities, is craftier and smarter than I like to give her credit for. She'll be fine, I think. It's taken me a long time to... I think so. I don't know, I haven't ever seen her do it.
What about cross stitch? You said she was crafty.
Could she macrame?
Oh, yes. I think she does those little circle things, like you put them.
A doily?
Like embroidery.
Yeah, doilies.
Doilies, that's what they are.
Crochet.
Oh, did we need that much wind up? Okay. Sorry, Bruce was thinking about clapping. He kept going like this, and then just kind of like pausing, and then finally he went, and then walked away.
He was just getting that hype going.
Yeah, he's hyping me up.
Oh, I'm gonna clap. Yeah, clap.
Yeah, I did it.
No, clapping is serious business.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, you don't want the clap.
You're gonna say hype.
I've got the clap
Jesus.
and I'm giving it to you.
I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you.
Oh, you know what?
Got the clap.
I do.
When we get into the tavern, the drinks are on Iris.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I would prefer them in a cup. Yeah!
God damn it.
You guys aren't down for body shots? I thought you knew how to party.
No, Aregion and I will be doing that in private.
I mean, hey, if you want your shots with a side of fur.
Speak for yourself. It won't be the first time I'm taking a body shot of Sigib. No, I'm kidding. No, anyway.
What?
I forget how crazy Armesia was.
Shit.
God
Wait,
damn.
you don't remember that part? Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Easy there, Liberace.
I don't play the piano.
That's the thing that sets you apart. I love it.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, Iris also buys a red shirt on the way, just FYI.
Did you bring the brown pants, though?
She does. She does indeed bring the brown pants. They're like a reddish brown, but she does bring them.
I think that's the first twist we've said of that, though, with the whole Armesia fucking debacle where you've been like, what? Which I love. Talk about taking Sigib body shots, and you're over here like, what?
That's the one thing he's been.
The one thing where like got his head like, what? Am I misremembering? Am I not?
It was
Who
after
knows?
the rooster, but before Sigib accidentally grabbing the ass of that
Listen.
married lady.
It was good shit. We didn't want to waste it. Anyways.
I don't think I ever explained actually what happened.
Yeah, no.
Nope. You said something
Absolutely
about Mage Hand touching a lady. You're gonna do.
Yeah, mage hand touching a lady, and we went through a brothel together. Apparently, I mean not together in that. You know what I mean. It was pretty good stuff.
Maybe that's
Who
where the
knows?
body shots happen.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it was pretty good stuff.
Just tag me in, bro. Just
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we haven't fucked, but I can't guarantee it. Anyways. Oh, now you're gonna get quiet on me. Anyways, tag me in, bro. God. Has there been like much with Armesia, like in main story stuff?
yeah. I mean, they've been. I mean, the
Is
Sultan
that where
got
Oscar's from?
yeah, like the Sultan got possessed, started a genocide campaign, got murdered by his wife, who carried on the campaign until like they
Fun for the
finally
whole
broke the
family.
influence. And like, yeah, it's they were the main instigators of most of the problems in the main campaign. I mean, of course, 100 years ago,
all
it-
from being possessed. Wow.
yeah, I mean, it was, Genesis is doing. I mean, the original cleansing was as well. I guess we've puzzled that out now, but like Cordova was actually the instigator of the first one. Not the current king, but I think his father. Maybe it was his grandfather. I don't remember exactly. We'd have to double check with Rico.
I very quickly have to put him to bed. I've already changed his diaper.
Maybe just send Nova a quick DM just in case, because it is
Yeah,
like an hour and a half
good
by,
idea.
at this point. So like, just to be
that
sure.
Might be.
The world's longest April Fool's joke.
This is all just one
Oh
big
look, a
fool's joke.
distraction.
It's like, oh hey, somebody tried to pickpocket you. Welcome to Pirate Land, and then
Yeah.
like Chips will like stab them in the side of the head and like throw their body in the harbor. Like,
I'm putting it in the group chat, so I'll be right back.
And that person was Aregion Leifson. No. And we've been waiting at this inn for a while, guys. This tavern. Don't know where the captain is. Fucking
I mean, you see what the weather's like out there. I mean,
yeah.
that's slow any crew down. Can't fly full sails in that.
Damn, he's immediate on that shit.
They're probably just fighting to keep the storm sails from being
Like-
ripped off the spars.
Like, is Chips that, like, Imagine was talking about him, like, is he that much of, like, borderline psychopathic, or is he just, like, full-on psychopath? Because I was almost thinking him and Aregion.
He's relatively normal until like a bit of it pierces the veil. Like,
So he's
Something
either,
will happen, and you'll just be like, "Oh,
He's-
you're not." Oh.
yeah, he's either even or he's full tilt then. He's either even kill or he's full tilt. Like, as soon as there's no half-ass. Jesus. I mean, interesting.
He's using his whole ass.
Using all that wood elf
yeah,
ass.
double cheeking it. Just
Yep. Double
cheeking it. Oh my god.
double chip chicken.
look, you never single cheek it.
Yeah. Chips double wouldn't single cheek it. Yeah. He would use all of that 6'9", 200 and something pound ass. Okay, his ass isn't that tall, but you get my meaning. Anyways. So Iris is just gonna be like kind of with all that, like going into this performance, I guess. That's how you were gonna play it, I guess.
What? I didn't hear you. What?
I said the I didn't realize you haven't done that. The performance, like you're going with all that into it then, I guess, where it's kind of more of a aggressive kind of like the way you were singing it based on.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking let's go. It's supposed to be like a
Yeah.
drinking song. Like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, let's get drunk. You know what I mean?
Also, just to ask, like, do you all? So we're gonna like go and get him before we go to Cordova then.
Sebastian, hell yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's where I wasn't sure I was gonna play out because I was like, well, we're heading there, but yet we're gonna
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's on the way. So we're stopping. We're at the.
I mean, I intend on just
Okay.
teleporting it so we can leave from wherever the hell we need to. I just need to pick up some
Wait.
supplies.
Was it on the way? I didn't recall hearing that.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Oh,
I mean, he's being held in Umbra, isn't he?
Yeah, he's being held at Umbra.
I mean, we can just go over to Umbra and then like the crew can just sail north straight from there.
Yeah. That's
okay. That's what I was gonna say. 'Cause
That'll also put them like on the coast of Armesia, so they'll be closer to the eastern side of the continent, which is where Cordova is, the main city's
Okay.
northeast corner of the continent. So if they go too far west, they'd have to hook all the way around Adalas and cut east. So they definitely want to be on the east side of the continent.
just to so literally like north into the east is where we're heading. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
it is on the
mean,
way.
basically kind of straight north, but like slightly east, so you don't just run
Yeah.
into the ground.
It's not that much of a diversion. In other words.
No.
The,
Well, I mean, the crew would have to. I mean, we'd have to sail. The crew is going to have to sail east anyway to like get to Cordova. So like, if they went straight up from Athvreith's landing, it'd just be further east. They'd have to go like one way or another. We gotta go east so we can get to the Cordovan coast. So might as well do it here before we hit open ocean.
I was totally of the impression that you had wireless. You had like some AirPods in or some shit.
Nope.
Wow. Well done.
Sigib, the whispers are coming. Oh no, he has his earbuds in.
So good. Can you?
You say his AirBuds?
Yes, his earbuds.
Oh my god, he's got a golden retriever that can play basketball. Run!
Shit,
In
you're
his
right.
ear.
They're AirPods, not earbuds. God damn it.
I prefer Air Buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a thing? I didn't know that.
Well, not Air Buddies. I think was a sequel with the puppies.
Yeah, with the puppy.
Oh, you literally meant a product.
Here it is, guys. Get ready.